Hearings have just concluded in a London court seeking the release of what could be very critical material from Mountbatten's Diaries of 1947. It's a piece of the past that could have a very strong bearing on the here and now and potentially into the future. Some of this content relates to correspondence with the Queen, some of it is on international relations, which in 1947 would mean the breaking of India and the making of Pakistan and issues around that.
One can speculate that the material refers, I think, to the lack of impartiality of the Mountbattens towards Pakistan. It will have, I suspect, have material on meetings or attitudes towards Nehru and Jinnah, which may, I think, for historians be very helpful. I think this isn't necessarily salacious gossip. I think it will shed new light on Indian independence and partition.
The Mountbatten family had sold this material to the University of Southampton for £4.5 million. Much of this information has been released, but now the British government has joined the university in seeking to block release of the rest.
They brought in the head of the India and Pakistan department to support the closure of this material. So it's clearly something they feel is still sensitive in terms of relations with both countries. So one can only speculate. I suspect there may be something to do with Kashmir. It may be, as you say, a bias towards one or the other of the countries when it came to the partition and the boundaries. But it's very difficult to judge when we're given so little information. One of the things that will most interest people in India and Pakistan is the correspondence between Nehru and Edwina. We discovered in the course of the hearing that the University of Southampton has in effect bought this already. They can exercise that option and have been able to do so for the last 10 years by merely spending £100. And so the big question is, why haven't they exercised that option to make this material available? It was bought with public funds to be seen by the public in lieu of tax for £4.5 million. And it's a scandal that having bought it with our money, they are not letting us see it. There's a principle here that we should not be censoring our history, that universities should not be kowtowing to governments, governments should not be abusing their power and censoring the past. I feel bullied And I think one needs to make a stand against this abuse of power.